travel with me.
Hey fellow humans, Mina here. This week I wanted to dive back into the world of South, more specifically, music. As you know, South is my new LGBT drama romance novel that is coming out in March this year. March 15, 2022. Mark your calendars. Pre-order links down below, and don't forget to enter the pre-sale giveaway to win some dope-ass prizes. And if you want that to be you, fill out the form. It's that easy. Everything you need is in the description. But yeah, we're going to talk about music, more specifically my musical inspirations. Now, way back last year when I first started making videos and stuff about South and writing an authorhood and all that fun jazz, I mentioned that music is very important, and I used a lot of it when writing scenes, and there's even a whole Easter egg video where you can look for like musical inspirations hidden in South, so check out that video if you wanna. And also, whenever I introduced each character that you will read in South, each of them comes with their own playlist. Sounds like a toy. Buy this and come with this. What? And remember, if you want to check out each character's playlist, those are always in the links in the description down below. So you can check out what each character would listen to or perform to, since they'll go to an art school and most of them are vocal students and some of them do instruments. So what kind of music would they jam to? But in this video, I want to talk about the inspirational music that I wrote South to, that has nothing to do with the characters, not really Easter eggs, but inspiration. All the music that I listen to when I write, because I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I generally write to music. It's not often I write to pure silence, and if there's not pure silence, I can't have random distractions in the background, so I gotta have music to get into the mood. And I usually put a certain song on repeat while I write a certain scene, and until that scene is over, I'll listen to that song over and over again. And then when another scene comes on, maybe that song doesn't have that same mood, so I gotta switch, and that one will go on repeat for a hot minute. So yeah, since I'm writing, most of these songs that I listen to in South are instrumental. I love instrumental music, like things you would hear in a movie trailer. In fact, most of them are, because the main source of my inspiration is Two Steps from Hell, which I have signed CDs back behind me. Yeah, I won him in a contest. Thomas Ferguson is a musical genius, and so is Nick Phoenix, which is also a dope-ass name, if I'm just saying. Yeah, you've actually heard of Two Steps from Hell, even if you didn't realize it, because they've done mostly movie trailer music for almost every movie that you could probably think of. Go to the Wikipedia page, you've probably heard their stuff without even realizing it. But they also do make just albums of not just trailer music, so it's longer than 30 seconds, and some of them are really long, and it's dope and it's epic, and it really I don't know, if South ever became a movie or something, I don't want pop songs every 5 seconds. I want the Two Steps from Hell music. Not that it needs epic music, but the instrumentals give such more feelings. That wasn't good English, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, most of the time, Two Steps from Hell was one of my main source of repeat music, because it's instrumental and it just had that for whatever moment. If the scene was sad, I had a sadder type of music that just really brought me into the scene. It's just I am there and I'm damn, I could cry myself, Or if the scene was happy, you got these happier moments. Or if it's a romantic scene, because it is a romance, this is the type of song that I would also put on repeat. So basically, anything from Two Steps from Hell generally found its place in the South playlist, because I do have a South playlist, but I'm not really going to share that one because it's mostly just for me when I write, and also it's songs that I kind of got not legally, that I just kind of put on there, and I just repeat those, and we'll just skip the playlist sharing for now. Just know that it's generally the tone for South, the music is softer rather than like Mark's playlist. When I mentioned in his video, he's like a punk rock kind of guy. Like you wouldn't hear most of that kind of stuff like rock or punk rock or any type of the rock genre in the South playlist. You would mostly find slower things, and I'm not generally a person who listens to slow music, but in terms of writing, slower somehow just translates better and just it works. Most listened to songs of Two Steps from Hell that go into the South playlist are actually from Thomas Ferguson's personal albums, not from his company Two Steps from Hell that he has called under Nick Phoenix, but mostly from the album Sun and his very first album. Another artist that I would listen to besides Two Steps from Hell is Mark Petrie. I'm not entirely sure if I'm saying that last name correctly, so apologies if I'm not. I also have a signed CD of him right there. Also won that in a contest. And in my South playlist, you can also find non-Two Steps from Hell, like epic music and non-Mark Petrie stuff, but you do find some other music from like OSTs from a Korean drama. One of the main one, when I discovered it, it became like the main writing go-to phase. It worked for both sad scenes to evoke emotions, and it also worked for romantic scenes. If you listen to the song, you'll know what I mean. It's from a Korean drama called D-Day. It was the first Korean drama I ever saw, and it was absolutely amazing, and almost hit that level for a really long time until like later stuff like Squid Game and Kingdom and that came up. But like essentially it's about doctors and in Seoul, and there's an earthquake that happens, and like they're like, oh no, gotta protect the patients from the earthquake. I'm not doing a good job at selling it, but it was actually really good. If you can find it, go check it out. But yeah, the song is called Consultation, I believe. I keep thinking I want to call it Constellation, so I could be wrong, but the way it was written, they played it also in the show both like at sad moments and like romantic moments, and I don't know how they did it, but like if you're listening to it for a sad moment, you're gonna get that sad feeling. So like in South, you know, if you listen to the trigger warnings, there are some not happy moments in there. Like we got some PTSD, and if you listen to the very first chapter of South when I did my dramatic reading, you know that we start off with a PTSD attack, and that song will go perfectly for that. But if you know we're going a little later in South with some romantical scenes, which I'm not going to spoil because they're not in chapter 1, you would also play this song, and suddenly you don't hear the sadness, you hear the romantical stuff, and that's like the power of music. Essentially, music plays a very important role in South, and not just in my writing. It actually plays an important role, well, okay, in my writing, but I meant like not me physically typing it out, but I meant like in the reading of it plays an important role in the story. I mean, most of the characters are in the vocal program, and AJ does songwriting and stuff, and she's supposed to be an amazing songwriter, and I did my best to write like good songs, but I'm not a songwriter, so apologies if they ain't amazing songwriters. I will admit, but she's supposed to be an amazing songwriter. I am not, so if they end up sucking, that one's on me, not AJ. Apologies. But yeah, in the story, a lot of characters use musical quotes from non-existent songs, I will add. They will use musical quotes to help emphasize what they're trying to say, because, you know, they're very artistic and they use artistic-y things to convey how they feel. And so music is very important in the role of the story. In fact, some plot points actually revolve around music. So yeah, this video was just me blabbing on about music. I really love music. I think music is amazing. In fact, music is important to our everyday lives. I mean, it's why our hearts have beats, you know? So whether it's music that inspires a scene in South or music that is in South, you should check out the artists that I mentioned, and you should also check out my characters playlist, because sometimes those are the songs I was listening to, even though it's not instrumental, but those are the songs I was listening to when writing certain scenes, so don't forget to check them out down below. And yeah, if you want to be inspired, not just by music, but like by characters and a good story and a kind of like a little coming of age, also a learning to accept yourself kind of deal, and the whole LGBT stuff, I would recommend picking up South to see what I'm talking about. Because remember, you can pre-order that bad boy now. Links for your favorite store in the description down below. And then when you do, enter the pre-sale giveaway, link also down below, and you can win some dope ass prizes. And if you want one of them to be you, get on that today. Speaking of, next week we're announcing another prize winner, so if y'all want that prize to be yours, do everything I just said. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about South, be sure to follow me on all your favorite socials. Links below. Stay safe and take care. Bye!
Soren? Why, you want to tell people why you're wet? Is it because you went behind the sink and got all grimy? It sure is.